everyone, welcome to Film Freaks, a show for film, fun, and all things entertainment. I am your host, Ellie.
I am Jessica Lon.
And I am Avi Flores.
2016 brings us two video games adaptations, Warcraft and Assassin's Creed. With Warcraft in full swing and Assassin's Creed around the corner, it looks like Hollywood is ready to go full force with the video game genre. But video game films are no strangers to the big screen.
Yes, it darn sure is. First video game film adaptation was Super Mario Brothers in 1993.
Yes!
In the 90s, we had 6 films to hit the big silver screen, but they were all terrible. Not including Super Street Fighter. It was fantastic. Very good. I'm kidding. It was terrible. It sucked. It actually profited $64 million. How? I have no idea, but it was Van Damme. Van Damme sold it.
Van Damme. Right, but the 90s belonged to none other than... It had the highest critic rating of 38%, which, I mean, come on.
Mind blown. Mind
Not that
blown.
high, but it had the highest. And it was also the highest received by audiences, which they give it about a 60%. And not only that, but it was also the most financially successful film of the 90s, costing about $18 million to make, which, man, I wish all films cost like that much to make.
Right.
But it made a little over $122 million, which made the studio about $100 million, just a little over that. It's not bad.
Not bad
especially for the 90s and one of the first video game films. Then they decided, hey, let's do a sequel, right? So Annihilation came out,
Terrible
and it got annihilated.
Yes, it did. The movie sucked.
Yeah, it did not make very much money, and the critics and the audiences just pummeled it. Which, I mean, I love both Mortal Kombat and Annihilation. I've watched both of those films many, many times.
Love to hate it too.
But, yeah. Moving on.
Moving away from the 90s, the 2000s brought us adaptations based on well-known game franchises such as Tomb Raider, Resident Evil, and Hitman.
If you're a big fan like I am, which I am a massive Resident Evil fan, you guys were excited when that first film hit the theaters. But then you quickly realized how disappointed you were because the franchise went down under and not Australia. So, yeah, I lost my train of thought there.
Yeah, but it's okay.
It's alright, because the movie sucked anyways.
It did. But I enjoyed the first film. I thought the first film was really cool. Started something great, but it just...
We venture into the 2010s and we see Resident Evil still churning out cash for the studio. A film trying to be Fast and Furious and Hitman finding himself rebooted.
Let's not forget Prince of Persia, the white prince in the Middle East, right?
Makes sense.
I can buy that, right? What if he was adopted? Right? A lot of people had stuff to say about that, but whatever. I thought the movie was fun. I really enjoyed it. I loved Ben Kingsley in the film. He's amazing. I love him. I like what Jake Gyllenhaal has really turned it into. The film itself has the highest production budget of all time of all video game films. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun film, and, you know, I'm kind of sad that they didn't continue it on.
No, I'm happy actually it stopped because... Yeah, I had a lot of issues with that film because I really enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
But anyways, all 6 films since 2010 have made some serious money for their respective companies. However, Silent Hill Revelations and Hitman Agent 47 did terrible. Didn't make any money.
Right.
Sucks to be them.
Yeah.
Even though I love Silent Hill.
Oh, gosh, yes.
I was a little disappointed.
Yeah.
It was just, it just lacked a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyways, Prince of Persia, Resident Evil series, and who can forget Need for Speed?
Right.
Terrible movie, but somehow all of these films managed to make some serious money. And we're the only ones to actually successfully make the money.
Right. Money talks, people. Like the Resident Evil series, which blows my mind, is the most profitable. And really, it's been the dominant film franchise, I mean, since video games started. The 6 Resident Evil films combined have profited over $660 million, right? That blows my mind because I'm like, who's watching these movies?
That was 3 6s in one sentence. So I'm pretty sure they sold their souls to the devil.
Yeah, it's crazy. It blows my mind. But I am so happy that they're finally going to bring this franchise to a close.
So
no more Resident Evil films.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
With Assassin's Creed and Resident Evil the final chapter a few months away and Warcraft in theaters, which have gotten mixed reviews but is killing it overseas at the box office, what do you guys think is in store for the video game genre?
High risk, high rewards is what I'm thinking right now. Resident Evil series had about 20 years to leave a dent, and it really hasn't. It's attempted many times, 5 films, and 5 times it sucked. The first one was really good and it had potential, and then it just botched.
Right.
Warcraft, however, has been successful overseas, and has not really been well received here, but it has opened the doors internationally for potential video games genre. Now, that being said, Assassin's Creed is one of the highlighted best games that Ubisoft has to offer right now, and it is well received among all video game gamers. Now, that being said, it is also a high risk, high reward. This game is so much loved that it is expected to excel. So if it doesn't excel in the theaters, then that will leave a dent for the rest of the video game genres. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that this video game film succeeds, because if it does, it's going to open so many doors for all type of games.
Right on. Yep. And since 2010, all the video game films have made some money. So they're definitely since then been really going in the right directions financially. Warcraft. It did what it had to do. Like, was it the film? No, that everybody wanted to put video game films on the map. It wasn't quite that film, but I do think that it was the film that kind of drew the line in the sand, if you will, to the quality of film that we have gotten so far, compared to the quality of film that we're about to get, including Warcraft, moving forward. I think Assassin's Creed is going to be that film, with Michael Fassbender directing and starring in it. Him alone gives me super high hopes for that film. And I think that's the film that's really going to put and just open the floodgates of, Warcraft is really killing it overseas like it should be. I do think that Warcraft is going to make enough money where we are going to get sequels.
Hopefully.
Right. So Assassin's Creed is going to be the one. I really feel that they're that one film that's just going to open it up. Just like the superhero genre, both DC and Marvel, like what they've done in casting great directors, great actors, great producers, like getting that quality all around the film is what the video game franchise have lacked for a long time. But I think that we're headed in that direction, and that really excites me.
Right. I mean, and to add on, like, not only just having the great actors that we have been having with the superhero genres, and now with Fassbender in part of the Assassin's Creed, but just writers understanding the character. It's not necessarily just taking them out of the film, the video games, put them in a film and just give them cheesy costumes so that you can resemble the characters and then be like, oh, it's great. No, right. They're actually understanding the characters and then developing them so that we can actually have an invested emotion in them. So I think that this is definitely going to be the film that's going to excel.
Absolutely. Great things to come.
All right, that's all we have for you today. Thank you for watching.
Right on, guys. Thanks so much.
Absolutely.
As usual, you have me and Jay here rocking our thing, but special thanks
right
to
here.
This lady over here.
Absolutely.
Coming on.
And dealing with these two nerds right
here.
Oh, yeah.
These two old nerds doing her thing as we did ours. So thanks again, as always, guys. Have an awesome week. Well, hey, film freaks, if you guys enjoyed watching our video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up.
Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe.
And go ahead and check out some of our other videos. Do it now.
What's the matter with you? Do it now.
Do it.
It's not a tumor.